On this week's episode of Whiteboard Wednesday, we're going to take a look at a basic flood concept you can run out of a sprint out, trying to get your quarterback on the move or shorten up your throws to the field for your quarterback, and how you can use multiple variations with the same quarterback read. So the first one, and I think a lot of people would already have this in their offense, is a base. So you're rolling the quarterback out, whether you have the running back block backside and the O-line look to reach their defenders and add the fullback, or you have both backs go to the front side and the tailback acts as the personal protector for the tailback, or for the quarterback, sorry. I like both versions. It kind of depends on what your players are more comfortable with. I love rolling out at a 31. I think it lets you short the throw to the field. Oftentimes people are giving up that Z receiver, that field wideout in a 31 set. So I love using rollout to attack that if you don't have a quarterback that can consistently make that throw to the perimeter. So in terms of a base flood concept, one of my favorites, if you're going to roll out, is just the traditional H to the flat. The Y is going to try and work inside and get to the corner. The Z is going to push inside. And a lot of people teach this as a comeback. I like to teach it as a 12 to 14 yard out. So whether you tighten the split down from the Z to run that, or you just teach them to be really patient and work hard inside, it gives you that 3-level. I should draw the corner better there. We want to be nice and skinny to that corner out. Gives you that 3-level progression, especially if you're seeing a defense that on the back end isn't HBOing, so they're really short to the field. Right, say their Sam is splitting 3 in the fullback. Your D-line's aligned in there as well. You're looking at here, because their boundary half is in the boundary, you're pushing this 3 receiver space or flood concept of the field. That free safety is likely going to be inside leverage on the vertical. He's got a tough job to get to that corner out all by himself. Your Sam should be out leveraged by this H-back as he goes to the flat, because he's partially responsible for this D gap. So in terms of how I'd read this as a quarterback, as I roll out, if I have time, if there's no pressure, I'm going to read this thing top down. So I'm going to roll to the corner, to the out, and then back down to the flat. In terms of how far you like to get out there, it's really whether you're doing full sprint out or just partial roll. That's really up to the coordinator. But, in my eyes, once you get outside that defensive end, we're looking for that hard inside step here at the top of the break from the corner, and then we're triggering that throw to the corner. If we see the corner drop off on top of that, or underneath that, then we know we have this field half high load, and he can't be right. So us rolling out, we're really creating that stretch. We got to run away from the Sam here and force that high-low on the half between the out and the flat route. That's a pretty simple version, basic sideline type concept. I think a lot of people already run. One way you can kind of dress it up and make it look a little different, which I like a lot as well, is run it as a curl concept. So now we're going to take the number 3 receiver, and he's going to run that skinny corner route, trying to get on top of the defense. Our Z can skate down a little bit, kind of tighten his split. He's going to make it look like he's running a slant, and he's going to bang this thing back out at 6. And then our Y is going to look to outside release a low defender, work to 14, and then curl back into that window. Creates the same read for the quarterback, just a little different spacing. So again, as we're rolling out here, we're going to look if we can throw on rhythm, and in this case, I mean on rhythm in terms of as soon as we get outside that tackle or that fullback, we're able to set our feet and make a throw. We're going to take that shot to that corner. If not, really there's only 2 defenders that should have outside leverage on this corner route. You should see, you know, even if you get a team that's playing, say, the boundary half here, your free safety is usually going to be inside leverage on 3 in the high school game. He's not going to get too far out of the middle of the field. So you got to trust this guy to win on that corner route towards that outside leverage. There's a ton of field out here. If this free safety is playing him with inside leverage, that's a tough cover for him to the corner without any help. It's going to force the corner and the half to really play this well. So here again, as we roll, we're looking to throw the corner. If that field corner is underneath it, now we're going to again look to high-low the half from that curl down to the bang. And this is tough for the half because as he gets that outside release, he's going to now see this bang route, and it's tough for him to 70-30 when he sees that second break and he thinks this is becoming some sort of seam route. He's more likely to get a little more width, and now we find that nice window to throw that curl route for a first down at the stick. So that'd be two flood concepts I really like out of the sprint out game.